That statement by itself is not outrageous. It's how institutions behave across all markets. Where the problem starts is when that reasonable behavior gets turned into a conspiracy narrative. This is where voices like Jake Claver often divide opinion. When someone says institutions are accumulating and implies the public is being intentionally kept in the dark, the framing shifts from analysis to implication. Markets don't usually hide things out of malice. They operate on incentives, regulation, and timing. If an institution is accumulating, it's usually because the asset fits a future use case. Exposure is being planned ahead of deployment. Disclosure isn't required yet. That doesn't mean price is being suppressed, and it doesn't mean a dramatic reveal is guaranteed. This is why it's important to stay grounded. Quiet accumulation does not automatically lead to explosive repricing. Many assets are accumulated slowly over long periods without dramatic short-term impact. The effect shows up later, sometimes much later, when usage or demand becomes unavoidable. Now, let's connect this back to the escrow discussion. If you accept even part of the framing described by Lord Belgrave, again framing, not proof, then escrowed XRP being treated internally as future liquidity would naturally reduce how much supply institutions expect to interact with on the open market. That alone would influence planning, not price guarantees. But here's the line we cannot cross. Claims like, nothing in crypto offers this level of certainty or specific four-digit price targets are not analysis. They are belief statements. Markets do not offer certainty, especially not in advance. Anyone telling you otherwise is either selling confidence or misunderstanding risk. It's also important to understand incentives. Public commentary often blends genuine belief with engagement motives. Strong language spreads faster. Extreme claims travel further. That doesn't make the speaker dishonest, but it does mean the listener has to apply filters. A balanced interpretation looks like this. Institutions likely plan ahead. Some may hold XRP exposure already. Disclosure follows regulation, not speculation. Price does not need to react immediately. Anything beyond that moves into assumption territory. This is also where expectations get people into trouble. When investors hear institutions are buying, they expect instant validation through price. When that doesn't happen, frustration builds. And frustration leads to bad decisions. Selling too early, overtrading, or chasing confirmation later. The smarter approach is to focus on process, not headlines. Institutional involvement is slow, procedural, and boring. It doesn't feel exciting when it's happening, and it feels exciting only in hindsight. So instead of asking, are institutions secretly buying XRP, the better question is, what conditions would need to exist for institutions to actually use it at scale? Because usage, not accumulation rumors, is what ultimately changes